Hey, everybody, we're back. Man, we're going to do it up because we got the F-Bomb coming. We got KC and the Moonshine Band.
Yep.
No, gang.
Somebody.
Moonshine gang.
Somebody.
We got Luke the Rebel without a clue.
Yep.
And me, the Fleet of Foot Mailman. I just say that because I get tired of saying
Fleet of tongue.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's time for that world famous, or that county famous, or radio station famous F-bomb. She's fixing to fall, so y'all take cover.
I'm taking
Here
cover.
she comes.
Here we go.
About a 7.5. That's that
That caused
noise everybody's been hearing and calling the radio or the TV stations and asking what's going on.
That's exactly right.
That's what it was. It's the F-bomb.
That could have kicked
We
up
just
a
broke
tsunami.
the sound barrier.
Hmm.
Coon
What are
Prairie
we going to
Ramblers.
F?
I don't know. Didn't you have
F-bomb.
one you was talking about a while ago while we was off air?
We was talking
Well,
about
I did. I mentioned
Well, we
what
were.
if
Yeah.
there were only one human race?
Yeah.
One.
And then
human
somebody might
race.
say, "What do you mean there's only what if there was only one human race?
Do you mean there's more than one?
3 or 4 or 5
And I would say,
or 6.
I've always believed there is only one race.
Only one.
One race.
People have made up these differences. People have decided to segregate us
That's right.
and make different names for different people.
And they try to polarize
they're-
everybody
yeah,
by
they do.
doing that.
Yeah.
They do, and they have, and there's only one. And I guess by the truest definition that some people have, I'm of mixed race because I'm half Native American and half European. I guess I would be, and
half Nocatian.
half Nocatian, and
That's three
But
halves.
I don't look at it that way. I'm no different than you or me. Or, you know, I have the same wants,
It's kind of
hurts,
like
feelings, and everything
It's kind of
else.
like ice cream. There's all kind of different flavors, but it's all ice cream.
Yeah.
And
kinda like
some
that.
people like Neapolitan.
That's exactly right.
Some people like
mix and
vanilla.
match.
Some people like chocolate.
Yeah.
Some people like Rocky Road.
That's
Rocky
exactly
Road.
right.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about ice cream sometime.
Yeah.
Our
Oh
favorite
yeah,
ice cream.
well, but
We might have just change horses midstream. Instead of talking about food, we get led astray.
it
here.
just irritates me
Butter
about
pecan.
a lot of the things that people are doing now that are trying to, like you said, to polarize this whole
They're just trying to
country. And
stir up stuff
they are,
because
and,
of
and it's
their beliefs.
Yeah, we haven't come far since the 1960s, have we?
Not really.
Since-
In fact,
18.
we have digressed. Yeah, but supposedly, with Martin Luther King in the 60s and
Civil rights movement.
Civil rights movement and LBJ. What was his great thing? The Great
I
Society.
had a dream.
No, that was Martin Luther
Oh,
King.
Martin.
Yeah. But anyway, we haven't really moved far. We stay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Deep down inside,
Is this going to get deep?
it is.
Okay.
Deep and
We're all
wide.
prejudiced.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are or what you believe in.
I know you're prejudiced.
We all
against
have
me.
prejudices.
You're prejudiced.
We
against
do.
Me. Yeah.
And, like we have social differences, I think, make more difference than the color of my skin or the color of my hair or the way I talk. But your social differences are your core beliefs. That's what really separates people.
That's why there's so much diversity here just within this country. A lot of it is regional, where you come from, where I
Right,
come
exactly.
Like you're always trying to make like you call me a Yankee, which I'm not a Yankee.
Like we
I'm a
make-
Midwesterner, but you make it sound like I'm a different race.
from. Well, Yankees
Well, you
are.
are. Well, we make fun of the way you say syrup.
Syrup.
Well, really, it is syrup.
Syrup. Syrup. Here we go again.
And you don't say oil, right?
Well, I don't say Earl.
Oh, we don't say Earl.
Oil or oil.
I say oil,
Oil.
Oil.
like
Oil.
olive oil.
Oil.
Oil. I
Oil.
say oil. I think
Oil.
There's the oil in your car.
Yeah. I
When
think
we say coupons, not coupons.
coupons.
Well, we're of the age to where we grew up going to school that were segregated.
yeah.
It
They
wasn't
were
just-
segregating.
Right.
They were segregating.
Yeah, they're segregated.
Well, when I went to school, they were segregating. They weren't segregated. They segregated when I was a senior in high school.
That's integrated.
Or integrated.
They integrated.
They integrated,
Yeah.
exactly.
But they were segregated. And I'm not
And
talking about just white and just black, but there were no Spanish people that I grew up. There were no European, no
Japanese,
Asians,
no.
and nothing like that. And I didn't,
Very little diversity.
in fact, none.
I was, I guess, the most diverse kid in high school.
Right.
But
It was we're a product of our times.
there was something that I will always remember all my life, that I was on the Bulldog Bark,
Which is a high school newspaper.
and I was a Cub reporter.
Cub reporter, all right.
And
Johnny Olson.
3 black girls came to school from Smith Brown,
Smith Brown.
and I was assigned to interview them and ask them about how they felt about coming to the
Oh,
high
wow.
school.
Do you have a copy of that still?
No, I don't. Are those things kept? Are they?
I don't know. Well, they used to be part of the Arcadian, as you remember.
Yeah.
So I've definitely seen them in the archives. But
If it ended up in the Bark, somebody's probably got a copy of it.
it's in the Arcadian.
And I can remember taking a ribbon, and not hateful, but they really kidded me about
Yeah.
talking to those black girls
That's right.
about coming to school. I mean, like I was not supposed to do that, like
Right, it was an
and it wasn't.
unspoken
It wasn't
thing.
malicious. I wasn't ostracized,
Right.
but they made sure I knew that maybe I wouldn't say cross the line, but I did something that was something they didn't want to do.
That's
So,
exactly right.
and maybe I was a little pioneer back in those days.
It could have been because, I mean, you're talking the times when they still had separate bathrooms and water fountains and
Oh yeah,
waiting rooms.
I can well remember when I was a kid, and you'd stop somewhere and they had white only bathrooms, and they had the
And
colored,
it said colored.
and they had waiting rooms
That's
in some
right.
of the doctors'
there were
offices.
depots. I mean, they all had. It was different things like that. And you probably saw it up in the Midwest.
Yeah, I think we were integrated a little sooner up there because I remember back in elementary classes, or actually depending on which part of town where I was, but
Right.
now I did go during my high school years. I went to a farm school, and there was one black lady that went to school with us. But previous to that, in elementary and junior high, then it was mixed pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been early mid '60s. It was mixed, but
Well, I moved here I'd lived here before, back and forth, but when I moved back here for the last time in '67, I think the school had been integrated like the year before or a year before that. It was right after that or whatever. So they were African American students there, but it didn't bother me. I mean. I don't remember race riots there, but other people.
Well,
the Red
I
Rooster
remember fights.
remembers them here.
Yeah, I
Yeah, a
remember
fist fight once in a while, but not an all-out
Oh,
riot.
No,
we
but
had-
I never got into them, and I was always a little bit of a get along guy.
That's exactly right. Life's
we
too
had
short
them
for
up in
that.
Columbus, the race riots.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I
With the,
wasn't
with the water
involved.
hoses and the dogs and
I
all
wasn't
that,
around.
like in
I don't know
Chicago?
how bad it was. I don't think it was like
Fire
Selma,
hoses?
Alabama, but
wasn't that where they had the Kent State? Wasn't that in Ohio?
Kent State was further north of us.
But that wasn't a race
northeast.
thing.
No,
No,
that was just hippies.
Yeah,
People
that was,
protesting the war
that
got
was
shot.
war
By the
protest.
National
yeah,
Guard.
and the
Yeah.
National Guard, and they killed a few people.
A lot. It was different times. I'm
Yeah.
saying, people.
I mean, you ain't kidding about
A
that.
lot of different.
I made friends with whoever. I liked him, and I'm still that way.
I am too.
I'm still that way. I mean,
And I don't decide who I like based on what you or Mel told me.
right.
I'm just using that for an example.
Exactly.
But if somebody else told me, oh, there's, I wait and form my
Make
own
up your own
opinion
mind.
after they talk to me and the way they treat me and act to me. And
That's right. I had a black friend. His name was Tommy Green. In fact, he was a year behind me in school. But we went camping one time, and we were planning this camping trip for a couple of weeks, just he and I, or whatever. But he got a lot of ribbing from his friends for going to go camping with a white boy. They were kidding him about
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
But,
it went both ways.
And
Yeah.
I got kidded too. But we went and we had a great time.
Yeah. When I was 15, 16, I used to participate or compete in judo tournaments, and I had a
Ooh, Kung Fu Mill.
What does participate
Had a
mean?
friend, well, compete, and I had a friend named Tony Johnson, who was black, and his mother, Mrs. Johnson. I never knew her.
Of course.
I never knew what her first name was, but she used to drive us around to the different tournaments around Columbus and up in Detroit and Cincinnati and Cleveland,
Detroit.
around like that, and. So riding with Mrs. Johnson and Tony, her son Tony, one time she accidentally cut some guy off in traffic,
Right.
a white guy, and this guy pulled her over. I mean, he made his car
Forced her off the road.
forced her off the road.
Wow.
And she had this big old Newport. What was that? Chrysler Newport.
Those were
And
tanks.
she hit the automatic locks, and me and Tony was sitting in the back seat.
Ready to do a little judo.
And then this guy come up, and he is yelling. He's saying all kinds of obscenities to Mrs. Johnson.
Racial slur.
Racial-
Oh, yeah.
epithets.
Oh, and he's kicking at her door, and just for cutting him off in traffic. And it was an accident. She didn't mean to. And Tony, he was ready to head out the door and go. And Mrs. Johnson kept hitting that lock. And he'd unlock it. And she kept hitting that lock.
Wow,
So you stay in here, Tony. You stay in here, Tony. And
Let Mel out. Let Mel get him. Feed him, Mel. Get him, Mel, boy.
It's in the token white boy.
That's
I'm
right.
sitting there. And
Play that funky
I'm,
music, white boy.
I'm thinking that's one of my, that's one of the white
One of
rays
my
out there.
folks.
See, and then that guy is scary.
Oh, my goodness. I
man.
could.
I've learned something new today. I never knew you were a judo competitor.
I competed from the age of 15 up until into my early 20s. I was in a tournament in Bangkok, Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was stationed over there.
But you didn't do any Muay Thai fights.
Muay Thai, right?
That's the fighting. That's the fist fighting.
Oh,
Kickboxing.
bare knuckle?
Oh no!
Muay Thai.
I used to go and
supposed to be one of the,
watch the Thai
Yeah.
fighters, whatever that was. Muay Thai.
and this stays with the racial thing with the Muay Thai fighting.
There you go.
But, yeah.
There's a good segue right there. But y'all finally escaped.
Yeah, we never did get it.
He got tired of hollering.
Mrs.
She could have
Johnson,
backed up and took off. But he'd been
She did
standing
the,
there.
the tree. I don't know if we just stayed in the car, and finally the guy went away. He kicked himself out and went away, and then we went on down the road. She probably had some big old dents in her door, but her Newport.
Wow. Well, that'd be racially tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went to work at the state hospital out there when I was 18 out there, and they're half or 65% of the people that worked out there were African American. And I was side by side with them and learned to love them, and they're good friends of mine to this day. Had a lot of good, never had any problems out there that I know of. We really worked together well out there, so I have no problem with that. Uh-oh, this Yurka's giving us the 30-second sign, so we're going to have to make like a cow chip and hit the trail. So y'all hang loose, and next week we'll be back with another
More chicken stories.
more chicken story, more malarkey.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to us.